running shoes. I love them, and I'm not alone. The sales of athletic footwear worldwide has created a multi-billion-pound market. However, there was a time only recently, well, around 2009, that people started to move towards minimalist shoes and even barefoot running. This surge in popularity was after the release of the book Born to Run by Christopher McDougall, whose story revolves around the time when he tracked down the members of a reclusive Mexican tribe called the Tarahumara tribe. A repeatedly injured runner himself, he marvelled at how the tribe members could run huge distances injury-free with only thin sandals on their feet. From his time spent with the tribe, he comes to the conclusion that modern cushioned running shoes could be the major cause of running injuries, and hence a barefoot running movement exploded. 11 years has since passed, and again runners are turning towards more and more cushioning. Look at the new Nike Alpha Flies, for example. But does this mean that there is no merit to barefoot running? I wanted to see if I could experience the barefoot benefits with a short experiment, and that led me to the start of my 7 days of barefoot running. Here we are, day 1 of barefoot running. I'm going to take these shoes off. We don't need these. Socks, whatever. Get away from me. I don't need you anymore. So here I am, grounding myself. Just for the full effect, I'm going to sit down as well, get my hands on the floor. Very nice. Very nice. Now what? Right, hold on, I should probably explain. So you may have heard me say I was grounding myself, but what does that actually mean? Well, grounding or earthing refers to connecting electrically with the earth, and as a result, realigning the electrical energy in your body. You see, the Earth's surface has a slight negative charge, and when we connect our bodies directly to the Earth's surface, through touching it with our bare hands and or feet, it allows for the transfer of the Earth's electrons from the ground into the body. This, essentially, is the practice of grounding. A growing body of research is finding numerous health benefits, both physical and mental, as a result of the body being grounded. Grounding appears to have positive effects when it comes to reducing inflammation, which is considerable when inflammation is believed to be a root cause of many chronic diseases. Anyway, back to me enjoying some grounding of my own. So I guess now's just a chance to move around a bit barefoot, see how it feels. I think I've chosen a terrible, terrible field though. There's some little brambles, little bits of bramble and things. So yeah, bad choice. So I'm gonna go and find somewhere a bit nicer. Try not to pierce my feet as I go. I'm sorry, I love you really. I didn't mean it, I didn't mean it. Quite a liberating feeling. It's nice to be walking around as nature intended. Okay, not quite as nature intended. We're not going to go that far. But yeah, it's nice. No shoes, no socks. It's quite a freeing feeling. Ow. God. It's quite a freeing feeling. This is interesting because finding this quite difficult. So I'm going to be interested to see how it goes over the next 7 days. I'm going to find some softer ground and have a little run soon. Just see how that feels. Just going to keep it nice and easy, don't want to go too hard because injuries can happen.
Barefoot running. We're barefoot walking. We're running again.
My plan for each day of my challenge was to spend at least 15 minutes barefoot. My first day had been a fun experience, although a little painful. I was quite tentative and felt tense in my whole body, whilst trying to impact the ground as smoothly as possible.
I think I found a nice section to go barefoot on, nice and soft underfoot. Hopefully no thistles. It's quite muddy though.
Towards the end of day 2, I began to feel more comfortable. And this trend would continue for the rest of the week.
That's another 20 to 30 minutes spent barefoot. Quite a lot of walking, but a little bit of running as well. Quite enjoyed it. The soles of my feet feel alive. Day 3, no shoes. Nicer day today.
As I moved through days 3, 4, 5 and 6, the process of walking and running barefoot became more natural. Confidence grew, and with it my whole body began to relax. I was leaving the house each day with excitement to spend some time barefoot. Now I realised that perhaps that sounds a bit strange, but being barefoot whilst amongst nature was a great feeling, and I felt a real boost in my mood.
Here we are, day 7 of the barefoot running challenge. It's been quite a fun week, to be honest with you. I've enjoyed it, but I want to finish the week with a little challenge. So I'm going to try and go 5 kilometers barefoot. So most of it's probably going to be walking, hiking, but when I feel like it, I'll break into a little run. But it's going to be varied terrain, so there's going to be lots of different terrain to move over and see how we feel, see how I get on. See if I notice a difference from hopping around day 1 to today. All right, let's get going. Something I've learned is to be careful of these pine needles. Ha. Now we're running fairly comfortably and with not a lot of fear actually of what's underneath my feet. I'd say in day 1 I was very cautious. But day 7, used to it. Stony ground like this one, it's quite uncomfortable on the feet, but as long as you move quite slowly, you almost get a nice little massage for the bottom of the feet. I wouldn't choose to run on it, that would hurt, and also potentially cause injury, so there is that. .7 kilometers through my 5k challenge here. Taking some time. 43 minutes gone. So, as you can tell, it's not a speedy process, but it's been a fairly comfortable one. Less than 100 meters to go on my 5k mini challenge.
So what have I learned from my 7 days of barefoot running? Well, going barefoot is fun. My experiment would hold no validity in the science world, but I can't deny that being barefoot made me smile and feel happy. It might have something to do with the perceived ridiculousness of walking and running around the English countryside barefoot, but I definitely felt the positive impact on my mood. As for whether I feel barefoot running improved my technique, I am less sure. I spent most of the 7 days walking or hiking, definitely the sensible option due to risk of injury. However, when I did find myself running, I felt very light on my feet and had a sense of gliding over the ground. This leads me to perhaps my biggest takeaway from my 7 days barefoot, and that is a feeling of increased connection to my surroundings. Being barefoot meant I was acutely aware of the way my foot was striking the ground. I was locked into the environment around me and I felt a greater relationship to the landscape. So am I going to ditch the trainers forever? Definitely not. Are you crazy? However, I do plan on continuing to occasionally spend time barefoot. Certainly not on every run, but just enough to continue to make me smile and hold a greater connection to my surroundings. If you've enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit the like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. And yeah, just really appreciate you watching, guys. Thanks very much.